The following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1.
Welcome back. We're back in business. It's a KT stream. Thanks to Short for covering the last game. We're back ready to roll with our Shark Region opening kickoff game of the Tide 3-2. And what a game it is. It's Vapor versus Llamas. And for Vapor, a lot of questions surrounding him after that first round win against Payne. Many thought it was an OG-style win. Payne couldn't do much. And for Cody, same type of win, right, against Clint. It's Clint Green. Was he smoked out? Of course. We're back in the business. We're back in the game. It's going to be an interesting one. A lot of media attention surrounding both Vapor and Llamas in this Shark region. But before we get to that, let's get to the schedule. And today's schedule was wild. We started about an hour late, but it was William Brock 4-1. Using a little lady luck on his side. A couple ladybugs landed on the old toes right there and got the job over Eli, as now Eli will go to 4-2 on the season and bounce out early. But with that Salmon region being interesting, it gives Charles Sanford a path to potentially the Final Four with Eli gone. What remains to be seen. We'll find out Friday night with him. Vapor Llamas coming up to open up the Shark region. We're not opening up the Dolphin region, as that will be the last stream at 10 p.m. That's actually going to set the bottom half of the pod. Will Ghost take on DJ or a Logan surprise and continue the Cinderella story as the 15 line? We'll find out roughly around 10 o'clock, depending how long this one goes. As we go into that pod, and boy, what a pod it is. You look at this pod, look at the top. Obviously, it's going to be the Great White Shark and myself for Zach on 2 o'clock Saturday, 4:20. That's right. Non-streamed. Interesting. Haven't played in a while on non-stream. Should be interesting for Zach as well. And obviously, this one coming up right now. Vapor Llamas winner into the semifinals of the region, also known as the Sandy 16. The media hype has been crazy for both of them. As we go into the scene, we roll into that scene. There's Llamas. There's Vapor. Charles Sanford is going to be my co-commentator tonight, of course, as a table and ref log manager. He always takes care of business. Short's going to help commentate, of course, when he can, and EP for us. And that's going to be the team for tonight, as we wish Yoshi a happy birthday, his happy 18th birthday on April 15th, ironically tax day. Well, let's go into it. Let's begin with Charles Sanford. It is tax day, my friend. Who do you think will cash the checks on this match? And what do you think about this match? We only have 2 4-5s this entire tournament. With this one and the non-stream of Art and Peter coming up Wednesday night at 8 o'clock prime time. What's your thoughts on this match? We talk about Vapor and that low card start, that low card energy where it's a luck bait. We just saw what happened in a luck based game. And you got Cody Llamas all over the map. But both these guys are coming off round one, kind of just get through and get by wins, as in nothing really was challenged. This is a challenging night for both, as they're going to put on a fight. What's your thoughts and what are the game plans looking forward here?
Well, I mean, both know what they're going to want to do. For Cody, it's going to be kind of a have the vibes, but get down to business type thing. For Vapor, it's probably going to be lean into the luck a little bit, but Cody's not too worried about it. If he loses on luck, he's not going to be too frazzled by it. And it's just a key game for both. Both needing some sort of like statement win, basically, for their resumes. And for neither one of them does it really come here tonight. It's probably having to come. It'd be looking ahead to Sandy 16, where they could potentially get that first stand-up win.
Short, both of these guys have played the Practice Cup. We just saw them last Saturday. That means it's an equalizer. What do you think they learned from there? Because you were there, or at least saw some coverage of it, if not towards the back end. What do you think they both learned from the Practice Cup that can apply to here? And your thoughts mainly on Vapor tonight. We have to focus on Vapor. Llamas is a Super League player from last year. Vapor is trying to get there. What does he got to do to rattle Llamas' cage tonight? And maybe start thinking about plan B early if things go off the wire that we think they will.
Well, Vapor, he's practiced quite a bit. He's on that practice cup, and he's certainly been fishing for some practice matches all since this tournament really started. I played a few with him before it was round one, and he's been He's always been asking if anyone's up for some practice. So he's definitely wanting to get locked in on this one, trying to keep the momentum going. Llamas obviously a proven commodity. He showed that in round 1 against Clint, looking to continue that role. Vapor, gets the home field as well. He'll get the first and second call of this series. Big there for him as well. But yeah, he's gotten lots of practice in, so he definitely will stay on his toes, not try and make too many errors. But yeah, I think this will be we had a little fun back and forth before then, a lot of media attention, as you said. So we'll see how this all goes as we continue into game 1 of the series. Should be a fun one to watch. 4 versus 5.
Well, let's go over. That's I was just about to say 4 versus 5. It's one of those toss-up games in the second round. Let's go over to Cody Llamas, our commodity, our proven guy. Cody, welcome back to T2, my friend. This is where you made your household name. You made a Final Four here last year. You got a P3. You're back into it, back in the groove, playing Vapor. We talked about your media attention, right? Every time you come in, the brand is coming in. How do you set aside that brand attention knowing you got to lock in tonight? And you've had experience with a lot of luck-based games in the past. Do you try to pull some old tricks out of the bag, or are you trying to say, you know what? It is what it is. I still have 2 home games on the back end in 3 and 4.
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty well known for being versatile in my cards. So if it does come down to a low card, lucky first homestand for Vapor or whatever he throws in, we'll have a plan for it, and hopefully we can turn the tide. And if that goes wrong, but at the end of the day, we'll see what these games bring, and we got a plan. We'll see if it works.
Plan A for Cody Llamas. Let's go to Vapor. Vapor, what you have said in the past. I'm not really good at things over 10 plus, right? I even said after Monkey, quote unquote, I'm only going to be making as far as I can go if I work on my higher end game. You don't have to reveal this, obviously, but forget this, right? What's the mindset heading in as a composed player tonight? We talk about you've been writing things down with pencil and paper. We've talked about your mental mistakes you've been trying to clean up. How has that shift in mentality help you against a player who has been to Super League, he's been there, done that, and has success in this specific tournament? Tell me what's going on through your mind right now.
Like I said in my quote after my tearing apart of Payne, it's a poem by Rudyard Kipling, and it says, if you can keep your head when all about you others are losing theirs, you'll be a man. If I can keep my composure when everyone else is losing it, if I can be consistent in how I play and eliminating those mental mistakes, I can win.
Where there's smoke, there is fire.
Sense that confidence there too. Tearing apart to that description, you sense the confidence from Vapor, KT.
Yeah, you can sense it. He's trying to really make a statement, right? This man is a young 16-year-old kid versus the veteran of Cody, almost 30. He knows what to do. He knows what's up. Where there's smoke, there is fire, but tonight there's Charles Samper to take care of our table. Charles Samper, please do the honors for our friend Ice Cold Blue.
Well, Vapor, I think I know what the idea would be here. But just for the folks at home, you need to confirm it for us. What's the call for game 1? 5 to 15.
Is it going to be popping bottles?
I heard 9.
Is that 9 from Vapor? Oh, boy. Vapor, something different, Samper. Interesting.
I don't know.
We'll find out. Both join in. Big game in the Shark region. The opening kickoff game of tie 32, which starts with a blue 3. Early off the bat, we talk about pace management. We did not see any of that in the first game of the day. Let's see if we start to see that here as Yepes joins back. Let's see. Vapor's going to take his time here. We talk about writing pencil or paper. He goes to a green 3, a little ice. Off the ice cold blue into the Clint green. Interesting. A little light switch early. Sanford, you look at Cody. He's one of the guys not going to do something stupid on the first play. Just take it easy. 9 cards too. That's got to help Cody know. And this isn't a luck game really. 9 cards is more than mid tier for sure.
Oh, it's normally not a luck base, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, obviously, depending on how the cards work, it still could end up being a little bit of luck.
Cody ice switching over to that yellow, a little bit of light switch. Trying to put Vapor on the undercut strat here. Vapor double play. That's it.
Double play.
Cody looking. Just a classic. Doubles up from the 2. Vapor 1 down this time. Running it really nicely so far. What does Cody have, though? Llamas looking to load up here. He gets the +4 action.
+4 in a red.
And he gets it going into the red. Puts Vapor 4 back. 4 freshies in the tank now. Here comes Llamas on the prowl with the lead. What will Vapor do?
Technically Pandora's box, although we didn't play off the blue.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of put it as pseudo Pandora's. We still have to see that Ice Cold from Ice Cold. Or will it be Llamas to start the Ice Cold trade? We'll find out. Interesting start off the bat. Usually Ice Cold's not the one to switch off it. There it is. Back into it. Interesting sample. A little end around strap from Vapor as he gets that clean, efficient triple play. Cody, though, will have it, though, of course, because we hadn't seen it from him. Not a big deal because he's trying to undercut. Vapor draws Cody in a power spot now. Look for Dose. The Llama, nothing. Great play from Vapor to get this back in the draw city Sanford. That's a win considering the +4 early. Cody looking for some top deck heroics, nothing.
Oh,
Neither got top deck heroics. We're waiting for the blink and wink. Little zero sugar, hard to switch off of. www.drinkmenergy.com. Blueberry Blaster, 4 for $12.99. Llama's looking for the switch off the zero. No, nothing clean. Nothing clean just yet.
you can
Short.
slow down the plug a little bit if you wanted to.
I could have, but you never know, right? After seeing that first game, just never know. Pace management is a little bit better here, though, for sure. So early off the bat, it seems like they both want to go into an end-around play, understand each other at game one. Maybe Cody's thinking, I was preparing for a little bit lower. Now he can settle in a little bit. And Vapor, as he goes for the Uno draw table, a little bit different. Tries that 9 card, maybe a little feeler. Something different for him.
Yeah, this game one playing much more like a feeler as opposed to what we saw earlier on in our first game of the night. Definitely more of a feeler process, definitely playing the long game, but obviously you're at this point you're not seeing as much luck shift one way or the other as we saw with Eli and Brock. So yeah, definitely starting to get more of a traditional game one that we see in these best of 7 series, more of a feel out process as they continue to draw their way into draw city continually. And there's a top deck 6.
Well, the problem is, Short, this isn't traditional for Vapor. Anything over 10 cards usually for Vapor is a sign of I got nothing or I'm just in trouble. Let's see if he's changed his mindset, though, over that little break. Here comes a double from Cody into the triple. Gets the triple executed. Vapor right near that full send mark, I think, before that play. Actually, it was the OG full send and was that double OG. Vapor 1 up this time. Plays into Cody. Does Cody have a little bit of test from Vapor on the red? Does Cody like that red still, though? He does. 2 down this time. Cody early so far as Vapor draws back big. Sanford, big point for Cody. He can run it if he wants. He does. It's a big test right now. Cody Love is running these reds clean. Vapor over to the Clint green, though. Cody looking for 4. Potentially a double to throw Vapor off, or does he play it single? Understand the rhythm and understand timing. Timing and anticipation is one of the things Cody, I've noticed, has improved. And he goes for the yellow switch. Interesting. See if Vapor tries to crossover back. Yeah, he does. He crossovers right back. Great move by Vapor, ice cold. Does Cody have another crossover back with a 5 play, though? Or is that what he wanted? He gets the +2!
It is what he wanted. Goodness.
Ooh, Zipper! Zipper! Look at that from Llamas! Veteran move from Cody. Is that a finish?
Gotta be.
Oh, yeah! Huge move from Llamas. Wow.
And
Cody Llamas.
Just
Cody, classic.
Minutes.
Classic. Right there is, I'm going to tell you right now, Cody, that's film study, my friend, because in the past, you would have never made that move to the yellow 5. Talk to me about the bait switch combo right there to go back and get Vapor off his game. Was that a little film study in practice cup maybe? Or is that a move you said, I have a perfect opportunity to cross him up, basically put him on skates with a crossover and get back into that yellow where she wanted in the finish?
Yeah, it was really a decision on I had a lot of yellows and I had the reds. So I had a yellow 5 and a red 5. It was really just depending on if I wanted to finish on a yellow or if I wanted to finish on a red. But I was always looking for my green finish more than likely. But then when I believe we got into that draw off, that helped. And then we went to green, and then I was always originally probably going to go to yellow. because I had that, wanted to get rid of that, and then just finish with the green. So yeah, worked out. Saved a wild, and just kind of played with the lead from there once I played the first one.
Vapor, I got to ask, my friend, you've talked about being uncomfortable in the situations where the cards get over 10 plus. 9's like the limit. You saw what happened. You got to give Cody that move. He crossed you up pretty good on that green back to yellow combo. But excluding that, what was the strategy behind 9? Were you just trying to test the litmus test of that higher mid-tier package? And you think you have a good adjustment knowing that Cody is here to play on those higher card starts for game 2?
Well, either way, once he played that yellow 5, I knew it was over. Because since he's on yellow, I'm just like, well, I have a lot of yellows, but if he wants to be on yellow, he's going to run the yellow. So I'm like, okay, I have to switch it back to green. I could have kept a yellow. I couldn't have switched to anywhere else. I could have kept a yellow, gone back to green, went back to green, and got throttled quadruple play for the win. Really nice veteran move there. I had a green +2, but no chance to play a green reverse. Nothing I could do would really stop that. So that's just really good on him.
Sanford, this is Cody Llamas. We talked about Cody Llamas having issues with Brad, but think about if we exclude that stick game where he was up 3-1, he's looked pretty phenomenal all season. Is this just another element of Cody studying tape, learning the system, taking that Super League run he had last year, developing the playbook, and doing these bait switches that not many people would expect early? Thoughts on that?
Well, if you're going to look at it being impressive for this season, the problem is he only had that one series. So it's kind of hard to. And then he had that series and he had a game against Clint. So the problem there is it's kind of a very limited sample size of saying someone's been very impressive. It's solid play so far. And he got the job done. It is what it is, and I'm sure he's not going to count chickens before they're hatched here.
No, Cody will never count chickens before they're short. Good win for Cody right there. Vapor tried out the 9-card start. I think he understands the assignment now. He understood, you know what? Maybe it's just not the luck that time. It was just trying to go up a little bit higher, preparing possibly for what's ahead. Do you think he goes a little lower here, goes back to his element, or does he keep that mid-tier and says, I gotta eventually win on these to be the best?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really fault if you're Vapor, you can't really fault yourself for going mid tier. I mean, we had so much draw city that it really didn't matter that he picked 9, in my opinion. And the finishing move was just a really tough break for him. Obviously great move out of green back to yellow for Llamas, but I mean, you can't fault yourself too much if you're Vapor there. I think I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to go down closer to the OG, but definitely the mid tier I mean, it's not a bad idea to try and go for that mid tier again. Definitely got to try and adapt, as there are a lot on this server that will go for that mid to high tier package. You got to adapt and try and find more ways to win. Otherwise, you're not going to get far.
Well, we're going to find out who has the far litmus test tonight. Short for that, it's back to Vapor. Everything on the board. Sanford, please take the double back call. Game 2, go for it.
I mean, you kind of did half the job for me. Yeah, Vapor, everything's on the board still for you. What do you want for game 2?
I gotta try to get one back before it goes to Llama, so let's go 6.
There it is. That's expected for sure. The sample will take the double call.
I was not surprised at all by that, but definitely got to adapt.
As we get started with the red skip, it's a long day.
Long day indeed, but it's all good. We've seen these ammo starts before from the bot.
Well, that's the 5 at least.
Down to 5 with the 5. Remember the fans at home? Power play is now open because the first turn, but it's 1-0. Don't expect that right now. Reverse monkey like a red 6. Let's see if Llamas can run these reds. You never know, Short. This is more of a game of it could be chicken as, oh boy.
Ice cold.
Ice cold. Ice cold. Ooh, let's see what Cody's got.
He's going to go with it. Oh, but
nothing for Vapor.
Oh.
Cody for dose. Llamas for dose.
Hold your breath.
Nope, just dose.
Just dose. Yep.
Uno? Is this for Uno? Is this Uno? Llamas for a double. Back to green.
He could be beat at his own game.
My free up Vapor.
Nothing?
Still nothing.
Game?
Oh my goodness.
No.
Nope.
Gutsy call.
That's what happens right there. You might. You
Oh,
have more
hold on.
checks.
Hold the phone.
Top decks it.
Hey, top deck. That's not going to be it unless he has another one.
No.
Yeah, that's what happens with these low card starts, KT. You find yourself in check a lot, which you see a lot more suspense.
Hold the phone again.
Another top
hold
deck.
the phone. You see a lot of top deck check calls. We're going to see if he has this here. No. You're going to see a lot of top deck check calls, but you're never going to unless they're number efficient. You're not going to find a win until your
Hold the
number
phone.
efficient.
Wow,
But here we go. Oh, and back to
that
yellow.
might be.
Vapor needs a response, and it needs to be a switch.
He says it's absolutely ridiculous. It has to be a switch at this point.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
move.
Wow!
+4.
He keeps it yellow!
I
Keeps
don't
it yellow.
understand that. I don't understand. This was the Yoshi thing yesterday.
I understand it. He was trying to throw him off check. He had it. But-
Sanford,
and
we
Vapor
both were
wants to run with the
hold on.
yellow.
Unless
We
you
both-
only have yellow. I mean,
We were both perplexed when Yoshi did it. Yeah, that's an interesting play. We definitely is.
He wanted to stick with yellow.
Llamas to green.
He wanted to stick
Interesting.
with yellow, and he wanted to put Llamas back from check.
Over to
there's check
red!
9
Interesting.
and into red.
Cody can run. Interesting. Very interesting on that yellow plus. We'll have to ask him about that. You're probably right, Shores. You're probably more the master of these kind of games than.
I mean, it's self-preservation, KT. You just got it. He was at check. It was a wild check too, so I understand the play. If it was a number check, I would
Hey,
be
Vapor
less
ties it
pertinent on
up.
making the call.
Oh boy!
And back
Back
into green.
to green.
But I would be less
Huge.
pertinent on making that call had it been a number check instead of a wild check. But because it was a wild, you know it was going to be yellow, and you wanted
play.
yellow too, so you had to put him back. But there's a 1-2 punch from Vapor, and now
Check
he's back
again.
in check with the 8.
It's this game.
Just
No.
nope. Still not finding it. I can
Well,
only
Vapor
wonder
finds somewhere.
what his last card is, because he still hasn't been able to drop it down. Because it wasn't green, it was
Back to green, but
Wow.
still
because
one.
he could have gotten rid of that yellow he had earlier. He could have gotten rid of that yellow he had earlier off the +4 the Vapor dropped. So he may be stuck on he's probably stuck on a whole nother color at this point.
Cody did. Can you get back to 2 here? This is interesting. Very interesting. +2.
Oh, okay, down to 2. Down to 2. It's probably going to be
For
a
Uno.
1-2 punch to check. That's going to be a check call for sure. Unless he's
Just
got
a
a
2,
number
I
efficient
think.
play.
It could be.
It's
It
going
could
to
be.
be a swap.
Could be a finisher. Yeah, it's a finisher.
No, he found a
Oh.
+4.
Cody Llamas on the luck.
Oh, man.
Cody taking it to him early, my friend. Great job of staying patient right there. Vapor said this was absolutely ridiculous, but you're probably going to throw it back to him. Hey, buddy, you picked 6. Talk to me about how you stayed composed right there, knowing that there's a lot more fluff that was being thrown out there, something you're not used to those 6 cards, and how you're going to adapt to what he's got, because that was really no plan A, B, C. That was just more adapting to the style, which was luck.
Yeah, I had a good hand, kind of off the start. I had a wild and good options between numbers to connect. So I was gonna originally just try to smartly connect my numbers, number efficiency. Then I just kind of went to the wind and said, I'm gonna challenge it. I'm gonna challenge the bot. I'm gonna see, and I won't lie, the bot gave me a lot of greens as shown when I had, I believe it was a yellow finish. And at that
Even with
point,
that
I was just like,
wild.
I'm just gonna keep. Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna keep challenging the bot, and see what he gives me eventually. And then eventually gave me the +4 and the +2, I believe. And then by then it was just like, oh, that's it.
That's for sure. You played basically plan A and B. Vapor, I mean, you picked 6, though. To be fair, I see where your Pez is coming from. The game dragged out. Technically, you picked 6. Was it the case of just there was just not enough color connectors and ultimately wasn't enough to be able to connect? You kept the wild +4 yellow. I understood it after what Short told me was a little bit of self-preservation. Could you have been more aggressive there, or was this the case and they can't do much there? Llamas got you done and taken care of on your homestand.
It was certainly a case of can't do anything. I got a green skip and the +4, and the +4 I couldn't use to my advantage. So I guess my praying to the bot didn't work enough.
Oh boy. Well, Sanford, interesting from Vapor right there. Cody's one of those players that you just don't know what he could do. Now it's back in his homestand. Cody's a guy that's learned. Remember, this isn't old Cody. He's knowing how to use power play now. Does he get the momentum here to potentially go up 3-0, or do you see Vapor coming back, depending on this card? Is it going to really come down to the card starts tonight? We saw this with a lot of games where it's high, sometimes it's low, sometimes it's mid. We don't know what Cody's going to do. Thoughts on this one?
We don't know what Cody's going to do, but I'm just going to kind of be a little harsh on this. Vapor's in trouble.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow, big statement right there, short from Sanford. That's big. We're going to find out right now. We're going to game 3. Sanford's going to give the call to Cody. I'm going to take this call. Actually, Short's going to take this call. This is a big one. Big moment in the series right here.
Why are we making art sightings? I don't understand.
I don't know.
I
I don't
Sanford
know either.
go. Sanford go.
Yeah, Cody, you can't use you can't use 9. I'm sorry, you can't use 9. You can't use 6. What would you like?
We'll add a couple numbers and go with the 13 OG.
OG full.
OG send. OG send.
Okay.
OG send.
It's the combination of the first 2 and subtracts by 2.
Like it.
All right.
That's going to make Sanford happy.
Yes, sir. All right. Llamas joins. Vapor joins. Vapor needs this one. Had a couple of tough losses, and now Llamas will get the first start off the green 1. And looked pretty solid so far. Some veteran moves back and forth for sure. Llamas has looked the part for sure as he drops the green 6, 0 sugar for Vapor.
Fans at home, remember, as we have power play now on the boards for first turn done, Cody with a double play early. Vapor in an interesting position right now. He's not accustomed to these higher starts over 10. Let's see what he's learned. Just a green 3 ditto. Llamas looking for this 3-0 to potentially put a big move here as he goes into the yellow early. 2-color. Sanford, you just mentioned Vapor could be in trouble. How does he get out of trouble early? Is it going to come down to 8 to 7 cards, or do you think it needs to come down to the clutch 4 or less?
I think it comes down to analyzing what Cody's playing a little bit more and figuring out what he needs to avoid.
Cody seems to have learned a lot. You can tell he's not the same Cody from last year when he made that Final Four run out of the rookie shambles, as they like to call it. That was another 0 sugar early. That's 2 off the board. Green and yellow. Still waiting on that blue and red.
I mean, there are 2 main ones out of that rookie class for Cody. The other one didn't even go that far in that tournament.
Oh boy, Brock is. Oh boy,
Brock is here.
Brock's smelling that. G probably having flashbacks right now.
But if Brock's got 2 straight 4-1 wins into the Sandy 16 just earlier.
I mean, this one's Eli, I'm going to say this one's a little bit less luck, only because both of them have gone 4 minutes, and in both cases, a player is drawn.
In the green now, interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see if Vapor and Llamas like the green-yellow combo. We talked about it's still 2-color. Llamas still drawing, interesting.
Vapor going to keep running that green.
He does.
He will. 1 down.
Llama's still drawing. He's going back on the track. In the blue, though, interesting. Interesting from Cody now. He's going to get a new color, a little bit of a possible 1-2 coming. Here we go. There it is. Cody lands the 1-2. It's a smart move, Sanford. You just don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
There's Pandora's.
Yep.
Here comes Cody trying to get back to blue, maybe. Nope, just goes red. Please, cool.
Yeah, he's going to keep playing it cool. Unless he's got a winner, he's not going to throw all his ammo at him.
Cody Vapor now. His Vapor does erase that +2 from earlier. Ditto play. Interesting. Cody plays it cool. 3 minutes into this game so far. Let's see what Vapor's got right here. In the green, interesting. Cody didn't have green earlier.
I like the play. I like
Good
it.
table check. Good table check for Llamas there.
That too.
Great
Exposing
table check.
Vapor at 3.
Great
but
move
I
from
was
Llama's
gonna
Cody.
say.
goal.
I was gonna say. I'm like,
Scoreboard
it
is
could mean that
flipped.
Cody's got a +4.
Great shot from
Scoreboard
Cody.
flipper.
It's got the
Vapor's
green
gonna
exposure,
vibe.
too.
1 down.
It's got the green exposure short, though. That's what Cody was looking for. He's got the green exposure. And the blue, that's ice cold.
Ice
Ice cold blue. Cody vibes. Big moment right here.
Great
2-5.
table check.
You got to think stop right here short. It's time to think and stop. It's not going to be about moving at the speed of light. Think and stop. Much better option right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's he gonna do? He loads up. Does he have a big move?
No,
He's gonna
nothing.
keep it ice cold. He's gonna keep it ice cold. Does Llama
Nothing
still
for
have
Cody.
it ice cold? He's out. And
Vapor,
zero
sugar.
sugar. He's
That's
gonna
3 of
keep
them.
running, and he's closing the deficit. Llama still doesn't have it.
Does ice cold have more on the ice cold, though?
Oh.
No. Ran
Are we going
out.
to draw city? Llamas checks it again and draws.
Top decking. Top decking there says Llamas. Back to
Oh, it's a
green.
green.
Interesting.
Jailbreak move for Llamas. And a quick 1-2 at least. Vapor seems like he has more than that.
That's game. +4 finish.
Hello.
That was what he did. The same thing. The Llamas. Cody, let me go to you. Got one back. Why the green? Did you get weaseled out of that one? Did you have a green finish? Or did you say, you know what, let me just try to undercut the green and go back into a possible +4 finish of your own? What was that? What was that move right there? Interesting.
Felt fine with the green. There was no real rush. I could have maybe drawn it out. I had a wild +4 waiting in the weeds. And if I could have burnt the green, I probably could have finished. So, he beat me to it. It is what it is.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
4-4.
Trips 4. Oh boy.
Trips 4. Sanford is loving that.
What?
Cody, he does win in a best of 3. Yeah, no, this isn't over.
Okay.
I mean, in best of 3, he would have swept. I was more pointing out the fact that each game's gone 4 minutes. That was the whole point of that.
Okay, interesting there from what you Pez, but I get what you say now. Took me a minute to connect. All right, let's go to Vapor.
UUL
Vapor
series card.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got to play that game. But anyway, back to where I was going to Vapor. Vapor, interestingly enough, we talk about you not really doing well in these higher card starts. You got one back. Was it the Green Wild ultimately that was a lock and key combination? You were just hoping for Cody to switch back as a plan A option? Or was your plan B option saying, you know what? He was throwing some haymakers early and you had to adapt because he really was kind of short on the green and yellow the whole game until the end.
If he didn't hit me with the +4 red, it would have been over the next turn, no matter what he played. I had the green skip and the +4 from the very beginning, so I was just those were the only 2 action cards I had. So I was just holding those till the end, and my butt got saved by that green 4 that he played, because I was fully prepared to draw up until I got a connector of any sort. I was fully prepared to draw back up to 10 or whatever, but he weaseled me out of it, and I was able to finish.
All right, weasel out of it. That's really it. Sometimes Sanford, big win for Vapor because you don't want to go down 3-0 to Cody Llamas. That's a recipe for it not happening. So big win for him.
Best of 7, no.
No, big win there. How does he try to? All right, no problem. Now, how does he try to adapt here? Because, like I said, we still don't know what Cody's going to do on these starts. He's an interesting character. How does he adapt now, knowing that this is now the 3rd straight game in a row where we've had the road team win? It's a little bit of a different thing we saw yesterday with DJ Yoshi. Same type of storyline developing right here.
I mean, there's that. I mean, if in that situation, realistically, he's not really worried too much about game 4. He's more worried about games 5 and 7. For Vapor, though, also, if you think about if you want to draw the comparisons to the DJ Yoshi game, DJ was able to pull it out in 7. So, from that respect, I would more just say Vapor's in a good spot right now as things stand. I think what he's probably looking at trying to do is just keep adapting to whatever cards he's getting.
All right. So pretty much that was a way for him to come back. We'll go to short real quickly. Short, interestingly enough, Vapor got one back, but it still seems a series of we just don't know, right? We saw Cody win the first 2 games. One of those games was luck-based. Now Vapor's won one more skill-based starts. Don't know what he's going to do. A lot of uncertainty in the media with both of these guys. They're putting on a show regardless because they know this is as close as you'll get to a playoff game, in my opinion, before we get to Peter Art on Wednesday night because of the media attention, because both these guys got a lot of chip on their back. What have both players got to do to lock in here as we potentially could be headed to a possible if Vapor wins best of 3 scenario?
Well, Vapor really needed that one back. Yeah, you guys said it. Llamas going down 3-0 to him. Not a good situation at all, and it seemed like Llamas had all the momentum with those veteran level finishes. But great win for Vapor. He won on the OG send, and I think if he can show he can win on that multiple times, it's definitely a sign of evolution for Vapor's game, and definitely something to watch out for if he can get past Llamas here. But obviously, still a steep hill to climb against him, and a long way to go. This could definitely go 6 or 7, in my opinion.
We're going to find out right now as Vapor will wait to come back. If he's not back short, please take us back to the pod bracket. As we go into the pod bracket, never mind.
He's back.
Okay, we're good. Never mind. Good timing.
It's fine. It wasn't ready anyway. Let's be real.
All right, no worries. Appreciate that. Let's go to Sanford for Game 4 on the table. I will take Game 4 to Cody, my friend. Here we go.
Cody. It's the same. It's the same situation for you. 9 and 6 is the ones off the table. What do you want for Game 4?
I'm feeling hungry, so we'll go with the Baker's dozen.
Okay, Baker's dozen.
Gotta be careful. It's dinner time over here.
Going for those dozen donuts. Interesting. Dozen donuts for Cody.
Isn't a Baker's dozen technically 13?
Cody, do you want 12? Do you mean 12?
No, regular. 12 was the last one. Yeah, Baker is 13.
Baker's 13.
You went with
No, I said 12. I said 12, a regular 12.
Oh,
it's fine. 12 is fine. 12 is fine.
Okay. Free choice for Llamas, regardless.
Plus 4 off.
Baker's dozen was 13. That's how I always knew it. But it's a dozen. Let's call it that. Dozen.
Yeah,
Vapor. I got you, man.
What I said.
I didn't catch.
You said Baker's dozen. You said you were hungry. Baker's dozen.
Oops. Well, let's just say 12 next time.
You said 12 is good. That's all we need to worry about.
Technically, if he really wanted Baker's dozen, we could just have the agreement that both players drew up to +4, and you still would have the same start.
Yeah, see there. That's exactly what I meant.
There you go. All good. We're turn around fair play. We're good. Power play on the board now for whenever these guys need it at their disposal as the first turn is over. We're back in the old building. We go to our red 9. And for Cody, like I said, it's been about vibing with the colors all series for Vapor. He had a good win on the skill, but did get that one off a weasel move, as Cody said. He was one turn away. It's just the old snooze and lose moment right there. Let's see who has a little bit more control in this series as we go into yellow. That's 3 out of 4 used on the colors. Here comes Cody. Does he have yellow to fire back with? You bet he does. They're going to revive and roll again with the colors. Vapor going a little quicker here with the 2 up this time. Short already, you can see Vapor's trying to speed up Cody's processes right here, playing quicker. It's Cody in the green. That's going back to it, though. Not Pandora's, waiting on the ice cold. There's the ice cold. Pandora's is open.
Trip 6.
Devil's wild.
Devil's wild, as Sanford says. Cody vibes again.
Yeah. Going back to that comment about the pace, Vapor trying to if Llamas plays into it, that's definitely not a bad thing for Vapor wanting to play that lightning quick pace. But Vapor, you still got to think, still got to have those think stop moments and big scenarios like he had last game to win it. So, but we'll see how he keeps going as we continue with that ice cold down to the 7.
Cody doing a great job so far, like you said, just trying not to play into that pace, stopping when he needs to, thinking when he has to, vibing and jibing. Or a double? No, just a classic move. Interesting. Maybe he wants Vapor to move into the switch here. Won't be from Vapor right here. What's he got? We'll see what Vapor will do right here. Double play, gets into that green. It's just back to the green. Interesting. What will Cody have? 0 sugar. Vapor looking for it now. Let's see what he's got. +4 action from Vapor, looking for the double.
Oh boy.
He's got the game again!
Not in 4!
Wow.
How dare he not win in 4?
Oh, jeez. Well, we lost that streak. Doesn't really matter. Oh, no.
I gotta think longer.
Did you need me to think? That's funny.
Fleeting face.
Well, no one can win at home, it appears. Let's go to Llamas starting up. Llamas, if someone just does that, I don't know.
Sorry for you're fine.
It's probably
You're
hard.
good.
Anyway,
I was more joking about it anyway.
Kidding.
let's go to
speed up his process.
Okay, let's go to Llamas. Llamas, is this a Weasel situation, or was it a case of you really didn't have much going on for you, and you were just playing the numbers out, had unfortunately drawn the reverse? What was going on there?
Yeah, I needed out the blue reverse. I had a yellow reverse and a yellow skip and a red +2 and a red 4. I really didn't want to leave it hanging on a yellow skip. I maybe I could have, but I don't think it really would have mattered because what he had. So it was just one of them hands he had, and it is what it is. He got repaid for that one lucky game, I guess, with a good hand.
Yeah, that's true. That's how it is. Sometimes karma can work in both ways. Let's go to Vapor. Vapor, good job winning on those 2 higher end starts now. Now it's back in your control to rally this into a best of 3. You weathered the storm. You're back in the building, but we've got to see someone win at home. What do you got to do to adjust knowing we haven't seen that mentality? And how is that plan A theory knowing you sped up Cody to get him basically into a reverse left open and got him to get down to the finishing move with that clean cut 3?
It was the first decent hand I've gotten this series. I had 4 action cards out of the 12, which is really solid for me. He left that blue reverse hanging, and I'm sitting there hoping, he doesn't have a green finish. Because I'm gonna be honest here, I had the power play locked and loaded. I was ready to power play my way to victory there. I was like, if it comes down to it, I have to, because I don't want to be down 3-1. But he just played it cool, and I was able to finish. So, sorry for not making it a 4-minute game.
That's fine.
I should have fought for about 15 more seconds, huh? But yeah, let's see if I can break the chain of losing it.
Well, I mean, you broke one chain.
Yes, go for it, Saver.
I said he broke one chain. Why not break the other one?
We'll find out. We're going to find out. Let's go to Sanford here on analysis. Of course, Sanford, it's one of those situations where Vapor, you can tell, is just not playing pace management. He's just trying to speed up Cody. Cody is playing into it at certain points, but then he's knowing how to slow it down. It's a great chess match of pace management where we saw the DJ Yoshi series. That was completely different. That wasn't pace management. That was number efficiency and color efficiency. This hasn't been really a number color efficiency game. It's been more pace management, switching and jiving when need to. Is that what we expected going into this? We did say both players were a 4-5 on paper. It's what we're getting right now for sure.
Well, it's a game that we wanted it to be close, seed because of the seeds, and it has so far. So far, as advertised a little bit. I wouldn't expect either player to be able to win the next 2, but you never know. I mean, stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have happened, Short, and it's now a best of 3. You know this all too well. What have both players got to adjust to? We have seen Cody in copious amount of best of 3s. We saw against Brad where he was in a best of 3. We saw it last year. Manny, you weren't here, but still, we've saw it many times where he's in a best of 3. Vapor, he's new to the platform. He's been in a couple best of 3s in his career. Does we go with the veteran experience, or do you think the humble rookie is veteran, but the humble veteran can get the job done here, but a rookie to the best of 3 game?
Well, the best of 3 game, it could go either way. We've seen it plenty of times. I think it's gonna be a matter. Vapor's gonna get the arrow back here. I wonder where he goes with this. If he's gonna stay in his comfort zone or try and push it a little further to try and lean more on his skill than the luck of the bot. Although we haven't seen that as much in this series as we saw earlier on with Brock and Eli, but yeah, I think Vapor's going to have to get a little uncomfortable here if he wants to knock off Mighty Cody Llamas. Definitely going to be a tough one. I mean, who would have thought we'd be talking more about Llamas being slightly more of a favorite as a 5/4? It's crazy to think.
Yeah, that's what we said yesterday with Yoshi over DJ because of the past history. We're going to find out right now who's got the guts and the cojones to get this best of 3 in the clutch. For that, it's Game 5. We're going to short for the call and Sam for a table as always.
Okay, let me make sure I get the right
Vapor, yep.
cards and
Vapor.
everything. Vapor, you can't use 13, you can't use 12. How
There
weird of a
it is.
situation this is.
He wants OG. Steamrolling. Everybody's steamrolling the refs tonight.
I mean,
the tie
to be
32.
fair, like, you look at what he's won.
Yeah.
You almost argue you should have gone for 11.
Yeah, you really think so? But like I said, I think if he gets a little more uncomfortable, it's going to be a big difference. But for now, we're going to go with that OG start on the yellow for Vapor, and he tries, and we got a yellow 21. That's a great card. Yellow 1 for Vapor, and the 5 for Llamas. Definitely going to be an interesting Game 5. Pivotal, you could say. And Vapor runs out early. Llamas runs out. And we're in the draw city
Both run
already.
out. That's good sign.
And guys, that's what you see a lot with this OG starting lower, the low tier package. You can either find yourself in a hand that you could win in one or two turns, or you run out really early. They both top deck a monkey combo. How about that?
And the switch.
And Llamas is gonna jailbreak him to red.
Man, that's a interesting start right there for both players. I will say, very interesting start.
One down this time.
One down this time. We'll see what Llamas can do. He's, believe it or not, somehow Sanford Llamas has been the more interesting player with the luck tonight because he won those 6 and 9s. There's the greens now. Both into the greens. They're just going to play this one cool. Still waiting on that ironic ice cold for the Pandoras.
Of course, the longer it gets into that point of waiting for it, probably the more likely that becomes the finishing move.
That too. That's a right on time.
Oh my god!
Right on time.
Right on
Is
time.
the finishing move?
Pandora's box is open.
And more like Sanford Damas right there.
Everybody's walking into it tonight, man. This
Vapor draws though, Cody draw. It's not though. It's not the finishing move. This is a number-oriented game, Sanford. I don't see much ammo right here. You can see it.
It doesn't look like it, at least.
And like I said before, the OG start, you can sometimes just be screwed with your hand on both ends of the spectrum. You might have to string together some good number switches.
Power play. Huge from Llamas. We apologize for that cursing.
Oh boy! Yeah.
+4.
Extreme. The composure's gone.
Vapor's gonna have to draw. That's it.
And that's
Cody's up 3-2.
And he took that arrow game.
Make it the 5-pack. 5-pack on the road team. Unbelievable.
4-3-2. 4-3-2.
We have yet to have a game go more than 5.
Oh my god.
Cody, unbelievably tonight, you're waiting on the luck-based game. This is old Cody. Oh, that's a weasel move. Cody, you weaseled him. Oh man, you got the weasel back, Cody. Great job.
That's tough, man. That is literally a power play move. Oh my goodness,
Cody. That's one of the best power play moves in probably the entire year.
In
to get that,
considering I mean,
in retrospect, absolutely.
I still give the edge to Art on that.
Oh yeah, Art. I forgot. That was ridiculous. That's the best move I've ever seen. But this was a close one, Cody.
In retrospect, a ridiculously good power play for sure.
Ridiculous for sure. Let's go over to Llamas, though. Big win. You used the power play up to 3-2 now. Getting those luck-based wins tonight with these lower card stars. Interesting. How have you adapted well to embracing the draw cities and not getting the colors off the start and adapting to what Vapor's been throwing?
Yeah, that holds true what he said about that ending right there. I weaseled out of it because I started with nothing. I could believe I could post. I could post what I. Hold on, give me a moment.
Got to
I
post it,
started with
okay.
literally pretty much nothing,
Wow.
and
Yeah, that's the kind of OG
yeah.
hands I was talking about for sure.
Trips 8. That was it. Yeah, go for it. Keep going.
Tried to work through the 8s. I tried to figure I could do that maybe. Then once I drew, I believe when we were drawing through the 6s, yeah, I had my final 2 cards after I did the blue 6 was a red 8 and a green 8. I wanted to see if I could go through the 8, and then once I drew off of that next hand, I got the wild.
Yeah.
And I was contemplating not doing the power play and maybe just finishing on green or red with number efficiency, but I said to heck with it. It's best of 3. I want to be the leader in this, and I want the hand going into my home hand. So I did it, and it looks like I did it. Thank God.
I mean, good job
Yeah.
from Cody there to win that one. Let's go over to Vapor. Vapor, you couldn't have done much, my friend, but you have to say fair play, because if that was your starting hand, that's just a game of, unfortunately, draw city a little bit, and you really can't do much, because at the end of the day, you also had the +4. Would you call that fair and just a flex power play, unfortunately, at the wrong time for you?
I didn't know he was going to finish. That was the problem. The wild +4 didn't help me at all, because I drew that after I could have power played for the win. I was just holding on one more. I don't know why I didn't power play earlier. It just occurred to me that once I got the +4, I can finish it with the power play. But he beat me to it. A little bit frustrating there, but it's okay. I just hope the hands are a little bit better next game.
What was that, Sanford? I'm sorry.
Ard's pulling out the red cards.
No, he has every right to for that F-bomb on the stream. That's right.
Red card. Red card.
Let's go to Sanford, though. Sanford, once again, we have been the same story as the Yoshi game. No one's won at home. No one can win at home. And we all saw what happened when DJ Kurz.
I was going to say, that bodes well for Vapor right now. It may not seem like it, but it bodes well right now.
Interestingly enough, what do you think, Llama? Like I said, with Cody, it's like he seems to be winning on the luck-based hand, but we still don't know what he's going to do. He's one of the most unpredictable guys on a card start. Where's his mindset without a power play? I mean,
showing
our hand.
Considering last year, I think Cody's in a fine spot. I mean, this was the guy who was Mr. No Power Play last year.
That too.
Brock's kind of taking that honor from him right now, but I mean, this was Mr. No Power Play.
It's kind of funny how a lot of red and green 8s were being played tonight. What's going on with that? Interesting on the initial draws. But let's go over to short now. It's best of 2, and it's Vapor basically in Elimination City from here on out. Oh boy.
God.
We apologize for the language on the stream once again.
He censored it.
Thank goodness. Thank God you censored it. Appreciate that. Anyway, thoughts on a best of 2 and how Llamas used that power play. A big flex win, how Vapor's got to readjust, considering he just lost in unfortunate fashion there, whoever Cody throws.
I mean, in retrospect, hindsight, 2020, whatever you want to say, that's just a tough one for Vapor. But you can't let that get into your head too much. And I think by his comments, he didn't. He still believes in himself, and I would believe in myself too. I mean, you had him on the ropes. If it weren't for if it weren't for Llamas throwing the power play at you, it would be 3-2 in your favor. But you just got to keep winning, keep that mentality. Don't let it get away from you. Don't get dejected. You got to stay locked in and play until it's over. Don't give up until it's over. But for Llamas, just gotta press a little harder, and he could finish this up in 6. But I can totally see Vapor getting this one back for sure.
Oh, we're gonna find out, Sanford. Big game 6 right here. We're going to Cody. We're giving you the double back because there might be a game 7 on the line. Let's go for it.
All right, Cody. Can't choose 9, 6, or 7. What do you want for game 6, possibly the final game?
Let's ×2 it, and let's go with 14.
Double OG.
Double OG.
Not leaving anything to chance in game 6, going with the skill base. high tier package. Good. I think that's a good move for Llamas for sure.
I'm going to reserve judgment for the end of this because I have a thought. I just want to see how this plays out.
At least on the
first.
surface. At least on the surface. Let's go.
I mean, even on the surface, I'm saying that.
Ooh. Okay, Sanford's got a theory.
Well, more of an observation.
Okay.
Oh, he's going to double that skip.
Double skip
double
from
play from
Llamas.
Cody.
Well, let's see what Vapor can do. Llamas early with the double play. Vapor singles out. Smart call. Into the green. Interesting. Cody want to switch early. Let's see what Vapor can do right here. We have now used 2 colors. Now, remember, at this point short, it's a best of 2, right? And it could be over at any point. Llamas knows what he's got to do, and using that high tier package, like you said, you just don't know. You just don't know sometimes when the trigger could be. This is where it's the great thing about color.
They both just got they had ditto play. They just both got to lock in, and it's not over until that last card is played for both of them. Vapor may have to win 2 in a row, but he's not going to give up until
Ooh,
over to blue.
Someone has 4 on the scoreboard.
Cody was ready for that. Interesting. Wow. That's interesting, sure. Cody was ready for that ice cold. That's one of the quickest.
To have an answer for everything, but Vapor's going to go to red.
No, that's going to red. Not bad. That's Pandora's open.
That's Pandora's, yeah.
Long day. I get it.
We chilling.
Back to blue, though.
Mixed together.
Crossing back.
This is interesting.
Checkerboard play right there from Vapor on the ice cold. Back to this is really checkerboarding. My goodness. Llamas goes to 2.
Over to yellow, trips 2. Green for the rainbow.
No rainbow.
He checks the table. They're about
Wait, you don't have to do Uno tape? Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
You don't.
You can do that. You can do that.
Just like how
Llamas looking for 5.
I was like, all of a sudden, like, oh, yeah. No, yeah, you would be. Took me a moment to think about it.
Llamas for 5, looking for... he's got 5, looking for 4. +4 combo.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Triple.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Power play, good move.
Power play, Llama straws.
Power play, defensive.
I don't think that's the worst move. That's not the worst move.
No, I don't mind it either. I think being down 3-2 like that, he could have had a run to the finish. Now, and he's got 4 freshies on his end for Vapor, so he could. Yeah, I think that we haven't seen much defensive power play, really. But
okay, it depends on what you mean. Is it the second one that's actually been applied correctly?
JT is that's the problem there.
JT is 0-2 on remembering to draw on the defensive power play.
Remember, we've only seen 1 defensive power play all year win a game, and that was Ard, which was phenomenal. We're ridiculous.
I like it. There's the other red
with
skip.
His 4 freshies are going to go back the other way.
Well, he's trying to erase that +4 with the
checking table mid-run. With Llamas already used his, so he can't do anything but watch.
The good news for both these guys now, it's a straight fight. There's no more messing around. All right, Cody can now finish the run if he had. Could you imagine he still has more?
I mean, that definitely looked like a run to the finish if I've ever seen one. He's at 4 right. He would have been he was at 3 before that draw, so that definitely could have been a finisher. It looked like, and that was a good power play call from Vapor being down 3-2. He probably saved himself the game for the moment.
That's true. Eliminated mental mistake. You did say, yeah, I didn't do. Ooh.
Oop.
Oh, no.
Is this a foreshadow? Cody for Trace.
Oh,
well, he should have.
Bad for Vapor. Oh, no.
Llamas for the win.
Oh, no, Vapor.
Let's find out. No.
Okay.
Oh, it's not for the win.
Cool. Oh, whoa.
Okay, Vapor.
Okay, then.
He's shocked, but I think it's because I think I was teasing it like that, but considering they were still on the red, maybe he had to cross into another color to finish it, and he doesn't have it now. And
+2
he's drop
combo.
+2. Big. 2 more over that side.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Do you have a
Vapor
new
now
theory?
back into it. +2
Llamas
of his
might
own.
not have had the run.
Cancels it.
I don't
Well-
think he did. I don't think he
I
did.
don't think he did either. No.
No, that's crazy from Cody. He slowed
But
down.
to be
Remember,
fair, I mean, I think I would have probably still in the same situation. I think I would have still used it.
I would have waited one more turn.
and
Not gonna lie,
ice
I would have
cold.
waited. Ice cold. I
Well,
would have
here's
waited
the
one more turn.
problem. Here's the problem, though. I mean, we've seen some people also when they're using it, when the person gets to 2, sometimes that Uno comes really quick too. So
That's two. And
Oh.
that's check.
No, it's not.
That's check.
no,
No, it's not. It's
Not
2. It's
entirely.
dose. And there's +2. Bang.
No. You kind of catch much. That was check from Cody. Trust me, I know Cody. That was check. I know Cody. When he does that, that's check. You
That
can't
could have
fool
been
me,
the
Cody.
tail end of his run that he was looking for there.
Back to
oh,
ice cold.
clutch to blue. I don't
move
mind
there.
it.
Switch.
Oh, it's
Oh,
beautiful.
man.
My goodness.
Come on, guys. Come on. I've seen this guy play so many times. This is back to blue.
Oh, Vapor!
Great crossover.
Unbelievable.
The question
This
is,
is
can we
now
have
the
a +4
longest game
finish?
of the series right here.
+4 finish.
Oh,
Cody
Oh,
can't
Lux.
even.
he got
What a
baited for
play.
real. Oh,
You know,
man.
I mean, but the
That's
problem
tough.
is, unless you have another +2 or a +4 there, you can't do it.
That was
Wow.
props to Vapor though for keeping that alive for as long as you did. Really, like that
Let's go to
power play
Cody.
was great.
Cody, you can't fool me, man. When you did that yellow wild, that was check, my friend. I've seen this so many times in our sparring games. Talk to me about that. Before we get anything, did you have to run to the finish, or was that a good power play? Before we
I
get
did
it.
have the run to the finish, I believe.
I
Let me
knew
look.
it.
Good move.
I
Good move.
had. Let me see. I'm going back.
Me and Vapor both
I
smelled that
figured. I did plan for a for a power play from him, but at the end of the day, I don't really think it
Oh,
mattered
man.
because that was the run.
one. Oh yeah, that's a,
Crazy run.
so I'm guessing those all got put out there.
And then once that happened, he played some +2s,
Wow.
which
Not much.
kind of threw a wrench in it a little bit. I didn't. I played the. Here's the big thing I did. I had the red 3, a regular wild, a red +2, and a wild +4. I don't think I could have finished on that, and if I did, no, because I wouldn't have. And I didn't want to finish on that run because I didn't want to give him more ammo. So I kind of went with fate. And
Wow.
I knew he had some. I figured he had some +2s. I figured I was gonna have to take some hits. The first hit kind of didn't help, but I had that red +2 to counteract his thing. And then once that happened, I was just able to kind of draw it down eventually with the wild and the wild +4 and the yellow that I had.
No, great job, Cody. Obviously, a really good executed game, and you got the win at home, the only win at home in this series. Talk to me about how you just had to stay composed in that moment, especially knowing Vapor was throwing a lot of haymakers through with the low cards, and you just weathered the storm. Talk to me about that composure right there. It came in clutch.
Let me see here. I felt very composed with the hand that I had. I mean, I could just post some saying I started with. That was the hand I started with.
Oh,
So
man.
it was just a matter of. I mean, his light switches helped a lot because I had options and I could kind of buy into that as well. So I was just kind of weaseling down the colors and taking a few jabs here and there. And yeah, I would say those light switches were pretty much very helpful in my favor. I was able to just bleed off cards and at the end of the day, and then just get down to power cards where I could just play it smartly and finish it.
Let's go to Vapor. Vapor, it was a tough series, my friend. You know, you can't do much on that ridiculous Midas touch type of hand right there. I was right. You did a great job on the power play. Great sniff. Ultimately, though, it was just a case of you got burnt on one of the higher card stars because if that was his starting hand, there's not much you could have really done with. It appears he had 3, 4, 5. Well, that's about 5 solid action cards if we don't count the wilds, just the regular wilds. Vapor?
Well, at the beginning of the game, I knew it would be important if I had control of the ammo that I did get. At the beginning of the game, I had a red +2, a red skip, a blue skip, a yellow +2, and a wild. I have that written down, so I can't copy paste it. The +2s, well, I could have gone, if I wanted to finish with the power play, if I had gotten all my numbers out, I could have gone red +2, red skip, blue skip, power play before, red +2, red skip, blue skip, wild, yellow +2, but it never got down to that point, and I had to use the power play and both my +2s defensively instead of offensively, which really set me behind. But overall, I'm not going to blame it on the bot, but I'm going to blame it on the bot because I guess that play didn't satisfy it, because I got nothing the whole tournament, man. I got Jack. It was like the practice cup. I didn't get Jack. So, I mean, I did the best I could with what I had. Llamas did the best he could with what he had. He's a veteran, really good at this game. So, I'll say props to Llamas. Really good game. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that's all I have.
All right, let's go to Sanford. Sanford, yes, go for it, short.
I think that was Llamas.
That was me. I
Llamas.
said good game too. No, yeah, go right back at you.
Let's go to Sanford. Sanford, you talked about the theory you were under the surface. You want to explain that?
Well, so it kind of, if you look at the basically the time card of it, you can kind of see probably what I was looking at. We talk about Vapor not being able to win on the low cards, but you look at what he was winning on tonight. It was actually the high cards that he was winning on. So on face value, I actually didn't necessarily like the 14 because Cody wasn't winning on the high stuff, but got what he needed to in the end and was able to get the 6th-game win.
And sometimes, Sanford, you just have to try to crack that egg, and it's just not cracking. You got to crack it a little harder. You got to bring out the big guns, and maybe he brought out the whip. I don't know. Let's go to short. Short, interesting dynamic series though. It seem like a little bit polar. Sanford's right though. Cody can win anywhere, but he did win on those luck-based games. Vapor showed improvement, winning on those skill-based games. Okay, for sure. But yeah, just talk to me about just how Vapor did improve that, and what does Cody got to look for ahead if he plays Zach or me? It's going to be an interesting series in that Sandy 16.
Oh yeah, for sure. That definitely great play from both. Vapor definitely showing he can evolve his game, playing in those skill-based games, winning in them. He may not be one to choose them on his own volition, but he showed that even if he's faced with that situation, he can get out of it alive, and he did that tonight. Great series from him. Tough hand there in Game 6. I think if it weren't for all those actions Cody did have, he might have made it a 7-game series. But oh well, you can only do so much in that situation. But great stuff from Llamas. He has proven that T1 was a fluke. Obviously, we had the whole 6-game thing and whatever, but now he's back on his horse and he's ready to rock. Playing KT or Zach. Obviously, if he gets KT, it's going to be a tough challenge, but it's going to be a hell of a series, I think. And Zach, you don't really know from him. He had a really tight series with Bo. So we'll see what he does against yourself, KT. But definitely not going to want to take his next opponent lightly, no matter who it is, because it's either KT or someone who upset KT in round 2 in stunning fashion, depending on what happens this Saturday afternoon.
Well, let's go to Llamas. You got something to say, my friend? Go for it. Last laugh. What we got?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna say something that I've been holding in my back pocket for a long time.
Oh no.
Okay, we're gonna call out the host. KT, I did my job in our well-anticipated, long-overdue battle, so you better do your job so we can have the well-weighted game that we've been wanting forever.
Well,
Yes.
Rest in peace, Zach.
Oh,
Rest in
yes,
peace.
baby.
Rest in
Oh,
peace,
yes.
Zach.
There's a little motivation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like that. Giving me some motivation. I already got the 12th best player in my bulletin board. I wrote down. I touch it every day. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Master Cody. Appreciate you. All right, well, we got to keep it professional. Thank you so much, Cody, for that motivation. Appreciate that. Let's go to the updated pod, and there it is. You're going to see it on screen. It's a big win for Llamas. The pressure was building in the media. Many people thought, is he back? Is he not? He got the job done, and he's a 2-1 this season. For Vapor, a tough loss once again in the round 32. I believe he lost to Monkey. Yeah, it was Monkey last tournament in the same round. But he does improve winning on these higher card starts. Something to build, a little bit of a building block. And the schedule tonight, as we go into the schedule, one more awaits. We're going to see either the fastest ghost in the West, right? The fastest man on the draw. Or it's going to be the East Coast tough power, the Pennsylvanian Logan, who upset Nam, the Dolphin region, to set the match. Is it going to be DJ Ghost or is it going to be DJ Logan? Will we have a rare 315 or will it be a 310 that's more normal that we were expecting for sure? We'll find out around 10:15. We're going to take a little break here and we'll get back into it. For Short, as my EP, it was always a great EP. Shout out to Short. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day, my friend. Sanford on the table, always repping the best out here. And, of course, Eli. And we also want to shout out Nam, Stingray, that were here earlier. Of course, William, Brock for sticking with it. Appreciate you guys taking time out of your night to watch this game. We once again congratulate our chefs in the kitchen, Llamas and Vapor. But tonight it was Master Chef Cody in the master class, keeping that dream alive of another Final Four in T2 as he gets a big win to start his campaign at 2-1. We're going to see you at 10:15. For all of us here at Uno MRE, we're signing off, and we'll see you in about a half hour. Peace.